Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Tiffany, a retired librarian turned homeschool mom. And in this video, we're going to be looking at this. So this is The Lion King 1.5. This is animated. This came out in 2019. It does have most of the original cast in this. But this is fun. So what this is this is The Lion King mostly through the eyes of Timon. So it literally starts off with Timon and Pumbaa seeing in black silhouette watching the film, and it kind of, they were there when Simba was presented, only nobody knew. It goes and looks at Timon's tragic backstory, if you might call it. So you get, he's not a good meerkat. He apparently is not good at building tunnels and keeps collapsing things, and then they put him on guard duty and hyenas attack them, and his mother's very worried about him. His mother, it took me a while. I had to go on IMDb to figure out where the heck that voice was coming from and why the heck I recognized it. It's the actress who's been voicing Marge Simpson for God knows how long. That is who it is. This is the only other animation voice that she does. She does Marge Simpson, and then she's playing Timon's mother in Lion King 1.5. And it is absolutely, utterly hilarious. And his uncle is played by another famous comedic actor, Jerry Stiller. So that's Uncle Max. And most of it, I think, is all... The only thing that majorly changed is young Simba's voice is changed from... Obviously, they can't do Jonathan Taylor Thomas because he's an adult. This is 2004. The actor's name is Matt Weinberg. So that's... Everybody else is... And then Zazu is changed to Edward Hilbert. So that is the major change here. So this is hilarious. It is very much done where Timon and Pumbaa, in after the whole first Lion King happens, are literally reviewing what happens. You see how Timon and Pumbaa meet, and Pumbaa's pretty much all alone for the reasons they sing in Hakuna Matata. Timon is actually sent to find a new home, and he runs into Rafiki, who is just as weird and crazy as you would expect him to be. They see the whole presenting of the king thing, and they realize they can't stay there, and they eventually find their paradise with Hakuna Matata, and how it does actually change the meaning of Hakuna Matata changes. Because, of course, you see everything that happens. They rescue Simba and everything. And they do talk about a lot of parenthood and him having to pretty much act like they raise him. It's kind of hilarious. It's like waking them up in the middle of the night. I need water. I need food. I'm scared. kind of thing. And so it is very, very funny. You get to see what happens between Simba showing up and joining them, and Simba doing the whole I've completely grown up thing. So, which is kind of, it's cute and it's funny. And it very much works. So, but then you see that when Nala and Pumbaa decide to go join Simba, Timon stays behind and of course gets lectured by Rafiki and realizes that his Hakuna Matata went that way. So, and he has to go catch up with Pumbaa. So Hakuna Matata changed from it means no worries to basically family. It's this is my family. And then when you have an attack with the hyenas, Timon's family shows up. Well, his mother and his uncle show up trying to find him, which is kind of weird because this would have taken Well, I suppose lions grow up a heck of a lot faster. It would have at least taken several months. So, and they essentially collapse the ground underneath the hyenas. So that's how they escape the hyenas. So you get some of the backstory of this. So it's really funny. It's very entertaining. Let's see how long this is. I have the IMDb page pulled up. It's about an hour and 17 minutes. So it's still a decent length. And it ends with them restarting the entire movie because a whole bunch of other people realize they're watching this. They have to go back to the beginning. But it's fun. It's entertaining. It's a good comedic way to look at the Lion King. So if you've watched the original Lion King, not the live action, whatever that disaster is, and yeah, I just reviewed it. So it's on my mind. It's sitting on the desk here. The animation. This is a good addition. Now, this is compared to Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead. If you're unaware of what that is, that was a film made as an addition to Hamlet. It might be a book. I'm not sure. I watched it when I was a senior in college, which was back in 2003. So it was a long time ago. No, this has nothing to do with that. That's basically the two guys who were college associates of Hamlet who were paid by his uncle to follow him and kill him, and their point on it. This is not that. Because, of course, Lion King is not Hamlet. It's a hero's tale. And these guys are his friends. And his pseudo-parents. I mean, they raise him. Essentially, it's very much clear in this film that they raise him. And no, we still don't know how a lion could not actually survive on grubs. Not to mention, but this is a fantasy realm. These are talking animals. We discard this. It's not realistic. It's not supposed to be realistic. These animals do not look realistic because they're not supposed to. It's animation. But it's very, very fun. It's very entertaining. It's a very interesting look at Timon and Pumbaa's background. And yes, the reason Pumbaa has no friends is because farts. It's not said in this one any more than it's said in the original animation. I don't like the fact that it's said in the weird fancy animation. It takes away the comedic part of the songs there. And yes, you do get the whole Hakuna Matata thing, though I think the scenery is a little bit different. You get bits and pieces of the original Lion King, but again, there's also voiceover by Timon and Pumbaa, and then periodically jumping back and forth and them arguing about different things. So it's very, very funny. It's very, very fun. It's a great film to watch on a family night, particularly if you've already watched. Of course, you have to watch the original animation to understand this. It's a fun family film. Any member of the family is going to get a kick out of this. Okay? The fact that you have the actress who voices Marge Simpson playing Timon's mother, and yes, very much acting like a Jewish mother, who's grabbing your cheeks, constantly worrying about you, and getting freaked out, where the heck did my baby boy go? Kind of thing. And then accepting that, oh, he's made friends. And no, I don't think Timon and Pumbaa are gay. One, that's biologically impossible. They are his best friends. So, I don't know what happens in the next film. We will be watching that. I will be reviewing that soon. In fact, I may watch it tonight. But nonetheless, I enjoyed this immensely, particularly after watching the live action. You can watch the review. I don't like the live action. A lot of people don't like we call it the live action. It's the fancy animation. They're the realistic animation, what the heck you're going to call it. The mass disaster where they have no emotions. This has lots of emotions. I think this is the last one where Matthew Broderick voices the adult Simba, because I think he's replaced. Let me double check here in this second one. Put this in here. real quick. Here we go. Lion King, Simba's Pride. No, Matthew Broderick is in fact in this one. Unfortunately, this also has Andy Dick in here. That's not fun. But again, but you'd still have Nathan Lane. So, and different singing voices. And Ernie Sabella, that's Pumbaa's voice. That's the original. So, and Mufasa, James Earl Jones is in this one. James Earl Jones is in all of them. It's just, again, he has bad direction in the fancy animation. Though that has probably more to do with the animation. Nonetheless, great film, fun film. Looking forward to watching the Simba's Pride. And no, it has nothing to do with Romeo and Juliet. We'll get to that in the next review. So that's it for this review. If you like what you see, be sure to like and subscribe. I will be finishing up The Lion King and African and Fairy Tales for February. I'm filming this on the 2nd of January. And then we'll be moving on to Brave and Merida and Irish Fairy Tales and a few other things. And then we'll be moving on to The Little Mermaid. And I've also already covered Frozen and The Snow Queen, which is an interesting thing. And I have already covered Tiana, the Princess and the Frog. You can check out that video. I don't have positive... I have opinions on that one. So, if you like what you see, be sure to like and subscribe. Look at my back catalog. I have a lot of stuff. And join me in 2025 for lots and lots of Disney princesses and fairy tales. Thank you.